Last episode we had left Barnett River Gorge and we're now headed to Mt Barnett Roadhouse.
Our next gorge of choice is Manning Gorge. We popped into the roadhouse to pay our camping fees, then headed down the back to find some dirt to set up on.
We had an early night, up bright and early, ready to head into Manning Gorge.
So the first part of this gorge walk is to get onto the other side of the river. There was a tinnie and a pulley system, which we figured was the best and driest way to cross.
Kurt worked up a morning sweat, pulling the tinnie 50 metres across so we could jump in.
My parents and ourselves jumped in, and then we had to pull ourselves across to the other side. Geez, talk about a physical start.
Once on the other side, we could officially start the walk into the gorge.
It was a relatively easy hike for a couple of kilometres, then we reached the gorge. We so happened to be the first one there, which was great.
We had the whole place to ourselves for a good 15 minutes before other people started arriving.
I climbed on top of the waterfall to see if there were any plunge pools. Nope, no plunge pools.
Kurt's dad jumped straight in, whereas Kurt was a little unsure at first.
Eventually I jumped in and we swam over to the waterfall. We spotted a rainbow in the mist and swam all around the waterfall and under the cave. Pretty cool.
After our refreshing dip, it was time to trek on back to camp.
We packed up the van and headed back onto the Gibb to our next spot, which wasn't very far away.
Hey guys, just left Manning Gorge this morning. It was beautiful. Good walk in, took us about 45 minutes each way. Now we've just packed up camp and we've come down the road to go check out Galvans Gorge.
Hopefully it should be good.
Yeah.
As good as the last one.
So a nice midday swim, and then our destination is Bells Creek Free Camp outside the National Park, so we can go into Bell Gorge tomorrow. So yeah.
Good times ahead.
Alright, let's get cracking. The walk into Galvans Gorge is only 1 kilometre each way on a really flat track, with just a few rocks to walk over at the end.
Ames was the first one into the swimming hole and headed straight over to the rope swing that she had spotted.
Once I had a go, Kurt couldn't resist, and then even his parents even had a swing. We all felt like big kids swinging into the water, doing different dives.
After having our fair share of swings, we decided to continue making tracks to Bells Creek.
We made it just after 2 p.m. We set up and Rusty and I headed straight down to the creek for a look.
next morning we woke up super early and headed into Manning Gorge. There is 4 small water crossings along the track leading in.
Besides the water crossing, there wasn't too many corrugations along the dirt track.
It was another quite easy hike into the top of the gorge. Then you have to hike down a slope to get to the base of the waterfall.
Another pretty waterfall along the Gibb.
All packed up, we continued on along the Gibb, tracking west. As we reached the top of the lookout, 2 backpackers waved us down.
They had told Kerr their battery had gone, to which he replied, "Where did it go?"
I grabbed my jumper leads out and gave him a jump start. I also quickly tested their battery with my multimeter, and it was not good. I advised them that they should turn around and head back to Derby to grab a new battery. They both didn't seem phased and drove off along the Gibb.
Ah well, good deed done for the day. Moving on.
So apparently this rock face is meant to look like Queen Victoria's head. We were undecided. What do you think?
Making good time, we pulled up at the Barnett River rest area, which is a free camp for the night. This was only 1 kilometre from the turn-off to the road that leads to Wiana Gorge and Tunnel Creek.
As it's outside the national park area, it's a perfect spot to use as a base camp while we explore. It even still had a bit of water laying about.
We had some lunch and then decided to head up to Tunnel Creek while Kurt's parents looked after little Rusty.
All geared up with our water shoes on and our light bar in hand, we headed into Tunnel Creek.
At the entrance, you do need to rock scramble a little to get into the tunnel.
Wow, how cool is this? We knew Tunnel Creek would be cool, but we were both loving the adventure in.
It really is pitch black and dark in spots, and you definitely need some sort of torch to make your way through.
We made it all the way to the end. Yay! One cool experience. Now time to head on back.
Headed back to Wiana Gorge, we stopped into some old police station ruins. There wasn't much structure left, but a cluster of bricks.
We couldn't find much info on the site either. Oh well.
The striking orange dashes and the tall black rock faces were pretty cool. We popped the drone up for a few minutes to get a better view, and wow.
Moving on to Wiana Gorge, we had heard you only need to walk a kilometre in or two and you'll find freshwater crocs laying about.
On the walk in, Kurt spotted this slippery snake scooting past us and up a tree.
We only walked about 800 metres in and we spotted some crocs. We couldn't really capture them on the GoPro, but we saw a group of 10 within 100 metres of each other.
We then decided to walk a little bit further to see the sandy beach and fossils in the rocks.
All in all, a great gorge to finish off the day with. We headed back to the car and back to camp.
The following day, we relaxed around camp while Kurt's parents headed out.
All fixed.
What did you fix?
Oh, the other tray. Man. Snap. So just put another bit of timber under.
Oh.
And did some strapping and stuff so the tray doesn't fall off. But this is a lot more stronger than original, so I'm surprised the Nissan, sorry, don't take a leaf out of my book and do this. All fixed, ready to move on. Moving on. We both quite liked Barnett River. It was nice, quiet, and a great view from our campsite.
We had a little fun with Rusty before we get the campfire going, ready for the night.
Ah, bliss. Perfect conditions for our final night on the Gibb.
We're on the home stretch of dirt. Don't be fooled with this patch of bitumen. We had heard people get excited and pump up their tyres. Little do they know, it then turns back into dirt.
And touchdown! We're back on the tarmac.
Woo! Officially finished the Gibb, guys.
Yay!
I made it, cart and caravan. Spent 17 days on the Gibb. Yeah, had a ball obviously by our videos.
Got some minor repairs to do.
Yeah, we'll show you them when we get settled and can breathe. Officially off the dirt.
Craving the beach life.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to the beach over near Broome. So we're heading into Derby and then we're going to go check into Cable Beach tomorrow, so can't wait.
Should be good.
Alright, we've got to keep going.
Wow.
Tyres are officially pumped back up, so we can officially put our shuckers back on the dash. Buddy, the corrugation's ruining it. So now the shuckers is back on the dash. What do you reckon, girl? While in Derby, we visited the old historical jail. It's quite sad reading about the history and the conditions that prisoners had to endure.
We also popped into the prison boab tree on our way out to Derby. Another sad bit of history, despite the cool looking boab.
Well, join us next time as we find our feet in Broome and then head straight up to Cape Leveque to soak up that beach life.
Don't forget, if you like the episode, give us a thumbs up, and why not leave us a comment, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Cheers, legends!